Now I'm going to talk about how to form the aorist tense in Turkish. The aorist tense is also known as the Geniş zaman, the broad tense, and it has a whole range of possible uses. You can use the aorist tense to express willingness or intention. You can use it to express a habitual, customary, repeated action. You can use it to make a guess or to hazard a prediction. You also can use it in many social contexts. You'll hear the aorist used in jokes in Turkish stories, in Turkish proverbs, and in many common idiomatic expressions. Even thank you uses the aorist, or can use the aorist. And in the interrogative form, which we'll cover in a separate video, the aorist can be used to make polite requests. But for now, let's learn how to form affirmative statements in the aorist tense in Turkish. There are we can categorize Turkish verbs broadly into three general categories in terms of how we will change them into the aorist tense. Our first category are verbs that end in a vowel, whose stems end in a vowel. As an example, let's look at the Turkish verb demek, to say. Mek is just the infinitive ending, so we'll remove that to get to the stem, de, which, as you can see, ends in a vowel. For verbs like demek that end in a vowel, whose stems end in a vowel, we, to form the aorist, are simply going to add a re directly to the end of the verb stem. So for demek, we'll simply add, for ben, de, re, der, and then to this re, we will add the appropriate personal suffix. Because we're saying this in the first person singular, we will look over here. We see that our personal suffixes are following the rules as usual of four-way vowel harmony. So derim, ben derim, or simply derim, I habitually or customarily say, is one possible meaning. Moving on, sen, you singular, informal, der, sin, sen dersin. O, de, re, and we don't have a personal suffix that we need to add for the aorist in the third person singular, so der, simply der. He or she habitually or customarily says, he or she is about to say. Biz deriz. Siz dersiniz. Siz dersiniz. Onlar der, or we have the option of adding the appropriate plural suffix according to the rules of two-way vowel harmony this time, so der, ler, optional ler. All right, so that's how we will form the aorist tense in verbs whose stems end in a vowel. What about verbs whose stems don't end in a vowel? Well, we'll split those into two categories with some exceptions, which we'll talk about in a separate video. The first category that we're going to look at are polysyllabic verbs. So verbs whose stems, not counting that mek, mak infinitive ending, have more than one syllable. As an example, we'll look at kullanmak, the verb meaning to use. Notice kullan, two syllables, polysyllabic. So we'll start again, just as we did with demek, we'll start with our verb stem, kullan. Only this time, we don't simply add a re. Turkish, as you know, does not really like to see two consonants next to each other. That can be avoided. So we're going to add a vowel between the verb stem and the re. How are we going to know what vowel to choose? Well, for polysyllabic verbs, we're going to follow the rules of four-way vowel harmony. Okay, polysyllabic verbs, four-way vowel harmony. So for kullanmak, we look at this a, and the rules of four-way vowel harmony tell us we'll choose of our four possible options. So kullanır. All right. Now, just as we did before, we'll add the appropriate personal suffix according to the rules of four-way vowel harmony. So kullanırım. Kullanırım. I customarily or habitually use. I'm going to use. Can carry a variety of meanings, but this is how we form it. Ben kullanırım. Sen kullanırsın. Kullanırsın. O kullanır. And we can stop there for third person singular. Biz kullanırız. Siz kullanırsınız. And finally, onlar kullanır, with the option of adding, according to the rules of two-way vowel harmony, this plural suffix. In this case, kullanırlar, if we choose to use it. Now, on to our third category. We've seen that for verbs whose stems end in a vowel, we add this simple re. For polysyllabic verbs ending in a consonant, we add one of these suffixes, one of these aorist suffixes, according to the rules of four-way vowel harmony. But for monosyllabic verb stems ending in a consonant, in other words, verb stems that end in a consonant but are only one syllable long, we're going to do something slightly different. We're going to add a vowel and then a re still, but this time we're going to add that vowel according to the rules of two-way vowel harmony. Let's take a look. Okay. So, according to the rules of two-way vowel harmony, we'll have the choice of adding either ar or er. As an example, let's look at the Turkish verb açmak, to open. Açmak. Okay, you can see aç is only one syllable long. It ends in a consonant. So we'll use two-way vowel harmony to pick the right vowel. Açar. Okay, so ben açar. And now, same set of personal suffixes, and the personal suffixes continue to follow the same vowel harmony rules as before. So ben açar, four-way, notice, two-way vowel harmony, four-way vowel harmony. Açarım. I habitually open. I am going to open. Can carry a broad range of meanings. Sen açarsın. Açarsın. O açar. Biz açarız. Siz açarsınız. And finally, onlar açar, or optional, onlar açarlar. Those are the basic rules to form the geniş zaman or aorist tense for almost every verb in Turkish. There are a few exceptions, 13 to be precise, and we'll look at those in another video.